Good morning. Wednesday morning, May 13th, 2020. Today's our assignment day, so we're going to do something new. We've been doing probability. Well, we're doing probability today, but we've been doing tree diagrams, conditional probability, things like that. We're switching gears today, and we're going to do something called a random variable. Random variable. Now, we could get really technical about random variables, but we're not. We're not. I am going to say to you, we are trying today to find the mean of a random variable. Mean. And if you happen to remember, mean was mu in statistics talk, just like my cat, Mr. A, who is not here today. He is back home. So we are going to find a random variable today, and you're going to think, oh, no, yuck. No, you're going to find this very applicable because a mean of a random variable has a very interesting example. And it is this. It is this. It is, how do you get your grade in this? Well, all right. Before this thing that has happened to us, this third trimester, this once-in-a-lifetime situation, when we were back into regular land, how did you find your grade in this class? I always ask that question this time of year, or maybe it would have been a little earlier on normal curriculum, and almost nobody knows how to do it. It is not a matter of just adding all the grades up and dividing how many there are. No, because why? Because we have different categories, or this is how I would say it. We have the expected value, which is a fancy way of finding the mean, expected value of random variable x. And we're going to keep it pretty simple because we want to keep it your grade. Now, if you remember back the first day of school, which you probably don't remember, I mentioned that we had different weightings or different probabilities for each category. Let's start with tests. Tests. They count 45%. Plus quiz, and they count 45%. There's a plus sign there. You might say, well, why do tests and quizzes count the same? Answer, there are more of these than these, or there should be if I'm doing my job. Sometimes it's pretty close, but okay. And then the final category we changed from homework this year because of our new grading system, and actually it's more applicable to me anyway. Well, not classroom, classwork. Classwork. And that counted 10%. Okay, and guess what? What would the first thing that we would want to know? We would want to make sure that that all equaled 100%. 45 is 90, 10% is 100%. So today's assignment, we're going to keep pretty, I'm going to show you one, and then I'm going to give you one to do, and we're going to call it good because it's a pretty good application of the principle I'm trying to teach. All right, here we go. Let's start with a test average. Let's say this person was doing pretty good, at least on Erskine standards, pretty good. 88, some would cry with an 88. When I was in high school, I'd have been thrilled with an 88. So 88, 45% times 45 plus, say a quiz average a little better, let's say 92, 45%. And finally, classwork. If you are on the ball, it's kind of like these P0, P1, P2. If you're on the ball and trying, you should have 100% on that. So we'll give it 100% times 0.10. And that would be the grade. So let's add them up. 88 times 0.45 is 39.6. Second one, quiz average, 92 plus 0.45 is 92.45. And finally, the old 100, you can do that one in your head. 100 times 0.2 is 10. So let's add them all together. 39.6 plus 92.45 plus 10 equals, something went wrong. Oh, I see what I did. Let me try the, sorry, I bet you're laughing at that one there. I would have been if I saw it, but I didn't see it. So by looking at it, I feel kind of embarrassed. So 92 times 0.45 is 41.4. All right, 39.6 plus 41.4 plus 10. 91. 91, which is a good solid grade. Okay? So that is our lesson for this week. Now, I am just going to give you some new numbers, and you're going to tell me the grade, okay? So let me erase. And say this student, their expected value or their average or their weighted average is another name for it. We will say test, we will say this, we'll give a question, a student who's having maybe some trouble. Let's say they had a test of 60, a quiz of 74, but let's say they are trying. So classwork, 100, they're doing all their classwork. All right, there is this week's problem. I would like you to compute their average based on what we just talked about. Test 60, quiz 74, classwork 100. All right, so many of you in college prep statistics are seniors, and we're getting, first of all, I received a heartfelt email from one of you who remain nameless that had been having some trouble. And sometimes I overlook these things because I'm 58 years old and these things don't occur to me, but they should. A lot of you emotionally are having some trouble here dealing with the fact that, you're not going to have a prom, a regular anyway, or a regular graduation or a regular project graduation. And this is not good. This is terrible, actually, because it's so rare, so incredibly rare. So I feel bad. And as I've said throughout all my videos here, we're just trying to make contact. We're just trying to keep things moving. I feel good that we've gone over a lot of the concepts that I normally would have gone over, but I would have done probably in a more deeper way and probably more work and so forth. But we've scratched the surface, and this is good. So I guess what I'm saying to you is I feel compassion for you for this, but things will get better, and so we're going to keep at this. So keep as far as my flexibility with this, you can do the work right up until a week. I guess the close date is a week from Friday, May 22nd. So try to get it all in there. If you've got a friend that hasn't done much of anything, which, believe it or not, there are a few, tell them to jump back in, pick and choose around when you send stuff to me, label it. It's hard because I'm getting 6 different classes, and they have different assignments. So it's hard sometimes to get them into the grade book. If I miss something on the grade book that you've done, make sure to tell me and I will change it. Okay, I will speak to you on Friday. See you later. Bye.